beat him on 1 quarter, and he's got 37 laps to do it. There's a block, though, as the 24 goes high at a turn 2.
And the 09 of David Rattler is here as well, trying to get by these two. A little bit fresher tires in these two, but you don't want to put yourself in that position to possibly ruin this little battle here that could potentially have championship implications among them. As you see Rattler on your screen, Conti battling with Leahy, gets that run off too, points it to the inside, and they'll go side by side for that position. What is right now position number 3 on the running order, which could be a battle for the win potentially if this thing cycles out. Almost little contact off turn number 4. Conti continues to fight on the inside.
He continues to dig on the inside, and this could be the most critical battle for what will be a race win we've seen all season long. The 24 should have a better run off of the quarter on the outside, but are those tires going to be too good into the quarter for the 5 to get the gap? Off of turn 4, he will push up, and yes, sir, Michael Conti passes Leahy for what is 3rd position.
3 to go. Does Ottinger finally just say, I'm done with it, and move him for the win?
Well, he got awfully close that time in turn 2. He drove it all the way to the bumper of the 53 of Luza. Very different line that time, though, as there's 3 laps to go. He'll get a big run now down into the quarter, and they're side by side for the race lead. Ottinger tight, though. He pushes up. Here comes Blake Reynolds. Reynolds in 3rd place, just past Brian Schoenberg. He sits in the wings. Maybe your top 2 get together as Ottinger drives it in hard to turn 4. Crossover for Luza. It'll be Popsicle 6 in the air this time. 2 more laps to go from Iowa. So now it's a role reversal. It's Luza on the very inside line. Ottinger works the outside. He'll get the better run that time at a turn 2. And Nick Ottinger to the race lead as here comes Blake Reynolds. That number 30 Chevrolet on the inside, your biggest mover from 25th on the grid. White flag in the air. Last lap at Iowa. Luza, one more try to the inside line. Ottinger's going to stay high, though. His objective is to carry the speed through 2. Both cars sideways at a turn number 2. As it'll come into 3 and 4 for the final time. Luza drives it in hard. Ottinger for the crossover to the inside. They're side by side off of the corner, but it is Nick Ottinger on the inside, winner of the eNASCAR iRacing All-Star Race.
Oh, you can hardly get closer, but this is awesome. Kerwin and Mullis, 2 of the cleanest drivers you'll find here in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. So much on the line, running each other as clean as they can. As you look back here, Salas and some more cars starting to get lined up. How about Garrett Maines, who's also been in the fray? Tucker Minter has saved his tires, so now you can call it about 8 or 9 cars. How about Bobby Zielinski? Where in the world did Bobby Zielinski come from? And he's part of it. Almost 10 cars, you could realistically say, have a shot at this one. And oh, by the way, Conti's chasing them down as well. And this battle hasn't ended yet. They're still side by side.
Conti P10 is only 1.2 seconds off of the battle for the race lead. They are close. Anthony Alfredo, crew chief for Jimmy Mullis, says that the 95 has used up his tires much more than we have. Keep doing what you're doing. They feel like they're putting the 95 in the position where he has to be more aggressive, and he's going to eventually run out of rubber underneath him. The 95 has been the one who has seemed a little bit more on edge over the course of this fight. He's been the one sideways off before. The 46 on the bottom, though, I'm sure would love to shut this down. Zelensky side by side back in P6. He's trying to make a move on Garrett Maines to join the battle, and here comes the 97 to the inside. Matt Busa gonna go 3 wide for the race lead, and Busa takes it in turn 1, but for how long? Here comes the 95. Kerwin punches back. Mullis to the inside. 3 wide again, and it's Casey Kerwin who gets the lead to turn 3.
And Kerwin slid off of the wall off of turn 2, and he was able to hold it as Busa looks really strong. Here comes Minter and Maines as Minter slides in the middle. They keep it together. They're 3 wide for 3rd. They need to sort this out quickly with 6 to go. Meanwhile, Mullis and Kerwin once again side by side. 95 finds himself in a familiar spot, back on the outside with Mullis holding him on the inside and not letting anything go. Behind them, the 97 of Busa going to give a big push to Tucker Minter. It's going to put the 33 Chevrolet into sole possession at third. What does he do? Big contact for the race leaders off of 4. Mullis and Kerwin are into each other. Here comes Minter. Mullis shuts the door to the inside and the wreck it into the wall.
Jarl has gotten the lead away from Bobby Zalenski, or at least on the racetrack. That number 3 just a touch quicker on pit road than the 83.
And this is why I like this call. The 10 machine, or the 83 machine, excuse me. Oh, a bit of a send there from Bobby. We've seen him in the iRacing Rallycross World Championship. Getting a little bit aggressive here now. He gave the 3 machine a bit of a tap there at the top of the hill, and now they're going to come down the S's. He needs to be aggressive here because this is where he's going to have the biggest advantage, is on this first lap and a half on the new tires. If he spends too much time behind the 3, the advantage of the new tires will eventually wear away, and he won't. Right now, he probably has about a 1/10 and a half. If he waits too long, that'll drop off to probably about half a 10th. Towards the hairpin, they're going to try to send it. Bit of contact. Bobby Zalenski's alongside, and he's going to try to just about pick up that race lead once again. But I think Jarl might have a run there, back down on the outside and through this left-hander. They come to the stripe.
What a colossal confrontation for the lead. The 83 of Bobby Zalenski barely got the wall. He goes back to the inside, which will be the outside up the hill. Jarl still has the lead. Zalenski back down to the inside over the berm and still won't get the lead away from the 3. Alex Bergeron has come off pit road, but man, this is an entertaining battle up in front of the field as the 3 continues to pace, and there's the gap back to Bergeron. You actually saw Conti in there as well, so Michael Conti slips in ahead of Alex Bergeron, and they continue to battle up in front. Jake Sturgis, Matt Busa scored as your leaders, but look at this battle.
Yeah, Zalenski tried to go to the outside to hit the apex perfectly, didn't work, and Jarl T, and we talked about it earlier, Tim, even if you don't necessarily have better tires or a little bit slower of a car, you can put on defense and be able to hold that guy behind you. Jarl T, and you can see the rear bumper already damaged on that number 3. He's doing everything he can to hold Zalenski at bay as they head for the hairpin once again. Zalenski gets a big time run. Is he going to try the inside again, or is he going to try? No, right behind him. Maybe a bump here. Oh, he sent it.
There goes Jarl to the outside, little slide, and now we'll see if he can get on the attack. Zalenski is going to go out in front of that number 3, and we'll see if
chooses to push Novak down on the inside. We've seen the inside be the... Oh, we got a wreck in the back.
So far, no caution as your race leaders stay at it side by side for the number 1 position. It's Leahy on the outside, Novak on the inside, door to door into turn 1. Bobby Zalenski watches on from P6, but with too much traffic to get through to get up and fight with them. How much of a factor is Luza going to be? He's that 53 car, 3rd in position, but not one of the championship 4. They're neck and neck for the top 2 spots as Zalenski makes his way to 4th. Don't count the 18 car out yet.
These two battling door to door. You see them sort of getting up near each other, just threatening to touch each other on board there. Keegan Leahy. We should say that there's not always a caution if all the cars keep themselves going, as we saw there, even though some of those cars might have gotten together a little bit. Right now, this battle, though, Luza kind of choosing who to go with. He's going to make the spoiler here, pushing Novak on the inside, and Zalenski creeps into the picture, Steve.
Yeah, Zalenski in that green 18. You have Leahy in the 62, takes a hard left, goes to the inside of Novak in the 6, side by side for the lead, door to door.
So they'll try out alternate lanes now. The 62 car held off to the outside for some time. He will now clear Zach Novak in turn 2. So Keegan Leahy, who dominated this race but fell back in traffic, sees the clean air once more, but it is far from done with. Novak wants the challenge back up top. He's looking for a lane upside, but he's not going to find it. He'll go to the inside, and what a block! Leahy not letting any space for the 6 car to work with as Zalenski now goes to the inside on Luza for 3rd.
It's all said and done.
And that's why, just because nobody's racking on the camera up at the front of the field doesn't mean we're safe. Here's Lowe again. He'll look to the inside now off into turn number 1, and with a convincing dive, he's got it. Garrett Lowe clears Crowder for the race lead. The 77's going to give him a shot to the back bumper, but he can't get back around him. And how about Garrett Lowe, new race leader on lap number 96?
That looked like some dirt track late model stuff. That was a slide job to get to the race lead. The problem is that checked up not only himself, but Ashton Crowder as well. Look at how much closer the third place running number 83 of Bobby Zalenski is. That might get him in the window to really be able to feeling the positive effects of the draft. We come across start finish to take lap number 97. The 77 is going to look up the inside. Crowder wants to lead back. He is not going to commit nearly as hard, but he might just be able to get clear. Will he check up in front of the 21? Yes, he will. This is going to be another checkup as they fight down the back.
He tried to block to the inside, but the move was too swift from Lowe, so he crosses over. He's now back on his door, and side by side for the race lead we are again. If they stay like this, they're just opening a window for Bobby Zalenski, who sits in third, who is not done yet. But it is Lowe with the advantage by half a car length now. 97 laps down, 3 more laps to go, and there's the view from third.
Crowder was smart with his last move to go to the inside down into corner number 1. Had the move, had the momentum, try to pinch off Garrett Lowe right here and try to get that momentum off of turn number 2 to take that lead back, but Garrett Lowe will not go away. Back to single file racing. Can Garrett Lowe get a run, set up that number 77 of Crowder, and make what would be the winning move? Bobby Zalenski is closing in. This is going to be a 3-car battle, I think, before this thing is all said and done, if they continue to battle as hard as they are up in front. 2 laps to go this time. Garrett Lowe looks poised to try to make a move here.
He wants to make a move. He'll look to the outside. Now goes to the bottom as Crowder took away the outer line. Side by side again with popsicle sticks in the air. It is Lowe on the bottom, Crowder on the outside, and here comes Zalenski a little bit closer. I still don't think he's close enough, and it is the 77 with the lead. Second to last time down the back straightaway.
15 laps to go, though. Better part of
the
20
30
minutes
car.
remaining. Go for it.
He just completely missed the chicane on the back straightaway, and here comes Garrett Lowe. He'll go to the outside in 3 and 4 on the oval, side by side for 8th. It's going to be a game of chicken into the chicane on the front straightaway. Lowe's going to outbrake him. Is he going to make the corner? Yes, he will, but a crossover. Now it's Reynolds back to the inside, side by side again, and after the 30 car nearly threw it away, these two are going head to head.
Battling for a potential shot at $40,000 going into Homestead. Reynolds going to take the advantage this time. The 28 of Garrett Lowe now on the attack. Going to try to take a little peek to the inside. Nothing doing there. That 30 car of Blake Reynolds going to try to extend his advantage through the infield portion of this racetrack. Evan, they traded mistakes on that last lap. You've got to be perfect and flawless in these last 15 laps if you want to try to go to Homestead. And oh, by the way, here comes Casey Tucker in this battle. It's not for position, but Tucker, I believe, has a little fresher tires. He's closed in on this battle, and if they continue to trade mistakes, Christian Chalner's not too far behind.
First it was Lowe who made the dive into turn 1 at an inopportune time, and he puts the bumper to him in the carousel. The 30 car gets loosened up on the back straightaway, and Garrett Lowe pushes the 30 out of the way. He'll come back on him now, and they are side by side again. He knew Reynolds would be timid, and now Reynolds looses him up on the banking. The 28 car Lowe is out of control. He's going to cut the corner to hang on to it, and he may have to give that spot back after Reynolds moved him on the banking. I think he'll let him go in 1 as they're side by side, and there it is. He had to let him get by, but now the 37 of Challenger goes through.